Creating an online course or a coaching program can take so much time, energy, money, a lot of resources. The last thing you need is to end up with a course that isn't selling. So many coaches are frustrated, demoralized, probably feeling like they're not good enough because they can't seem to figure out why nobody's enrolling in your programs. If this is you, well, there's hope. I've got some good news for you. In today's video, I'll be talking about 12 reasons why your program is probably not selling, and perhaps you'll be able to identify yourself in one of these reasons. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Chris-Amusan. I'm an online marketing strategist, and I help coaches and course creators create a marketing system that helps them attract and convert premium clients with ease. If this sounds like something you need, remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you get notified every single time I release a new video. I drop videos every single week. Remember, we're talking about the reasons why nobody is buying your online course or your coaching program. I want to encourage you, if you've been struggling with this for a while, it doesn't mean you're not good enough. There are myriad of reasons why this could be happening, and I hope that you find this video very helpful. So reason number one, perhaps your program or your product isn't solving a pressing need. Now, what does this mean? There's something we call a painkiller problem. So imagine if you have a headache right now. First of all, you are aware that you have a headache. Second, this headache is disturbing you. It's a migraine level headache now. It's disturbing you so much and you just need it to get out of the way. Perhaps you've even tried other things to try to solve this problem. And so the moment someone comes telling you, hey, I have a solution for this migraine, what would you do? You would jump at it. That is what a pressing pain point means. And this should be the case for whatever product you're creating. Now, here's the thing. Many of us as coaches, as course creators, we can be in love with what we are creating, that we're not even looking at it from an objective point of view, which is why market research is important. It's important to go out there and ask people questions, to not create a product based off of what we think, but what the market is saying to us. So ensure that you do your market research, ensure that you carry out a survey, ensure that you validate. Very, very important. How do you validate? There are two ways that I love to validate. The first is creating what we call an MVP. That's a minimum viable product. And the other is checking out that there are existing businesses that are solving a similar problem. So for the MVP, it's just creating a very simple version of what you're trying to eat. I mean, this version of your product would not have all the bells and whistles, but it's just enough to get people's attention and see how many people actually drop money, put their money where their mouth is. You are not just looking for people that are saying, oh yeah, this is a beautiful product. Because sometimes your friends and family may not tell you the truth. They don't want to embarrass you or make you feel bad. Even if they don't pay in full, they make a deposit, or you maybe launch a pilot version that is highly subsidized and you see people actually drop their money because they want it. That's validation that what you're creating, people want it. And on the other hand, checking out that there are existing businesses, there is a code of B's that I use, right? Check out, is there an existing business solving the problem that you're trying to solve? Is there an existing blog? An existing broadcast? A broadcast could be a podcast or a YouTube channel. Is there an existing book? And is there an existing brand? If you can find any of these B's existing in the niche that you want to be known for, then that's also validation that, okay, it's an existing problem and people are even already out there trying to solve the problem. Reason number two, perhaps you have no audience. What is an audience? It's just simply this group of people, preferably on the internet, because we're talking now online courses, right? Your program is a digital product. Having a community of people who already know you, they already like you, they already trust you, they've received from you, and they're always eager to learn and receive more from you. You should never put out a product without having a community. So this could mean building your email list or having an online presence. For example, your Instagram page where you're always active and people are always looking forward to your post, or a YouTube channel. Whatever the case, ensure that you have a community that is primed and a community of people that are always looking forward to learn from you. One important thing to note with having a primed community is what I like to say, serve before you sell. Serving before you sell means giving this audience enough valuable information, enough quick wins, so that by the time you're putting a paid product in front of them, they know that, oh my God, if our free stuff was so good, of course, this paid stuff will be 10 times better. And of course, they will jump on that offer. Reason number three, perhaps your personal branding is not giving. It's shabby. It's not giving what it should give. What is personal branding? I have a video I'm going to link here where I speak about how to build your personal brand. We could, in this context, we can define your personal brand as the outlook, right? When people encounter you, when people encounter your work, what's the perception that they have? What are the elements that you've put together so that you're coming across as very coherent, right? Now, especially when you're trying to attract premium clients that will pay you thousands of dollars for what you're offering, you have to look put together. And there are definitely a lot of things you need to pay attention to. Your brand colors, your fonts. Are you consistent across all the things that you put out? You should have a website. You should be active on social media. You should have a platform where you're always showing up and people can expect to see you. All right. These are all the things you need to pay attention to. One key thing that I see people miss out on with their personal branding is with their visuals, because some of us were showing up as much as we can, but the quality of visuals we're putting out does not match the pricing of what we're trying to get from people. You have to ensure at all times that you're elevating what you put out there. Invest in ensuring that you're putting your best foot forward at all times, because people will do their research on you and they want to see that, okay, this person looks put together. You know what? I'm going to, work with this person. The double-edged sword about personal brand is that some people have a good personal brand, and even without having the substance to back it up, they are able to reel people in. How much more you're good at what you do. You can't afford to slack on the personal branding aspect of things. Reason number 4, perhaps you're selling to the wrong audience. Now, this can be very subtle sometimes. We don't even realize it. Let me take an example. Let's say you're a parenting coach. Specifically, you coach parents of teenagers, right? What if you all along been speaking to parents who do not have teenagers because you did not identify specifically that the solution you have is for parents of kids that are of a certain age? So sometimes we haven't honed in on who our ideal audience is, and this is why sometimes we start to falter a little bit on our messaging and we miss the mark. Which brings me to the next reason. Perhaps your messaging is a miss. Some of the reasons that your messaging may not be hitting the nail on the head is perhaps you're wrapped up in using technical terms to describe things that you should just simplify. And again, the antidote to this is really being clear. Speak to actual people. Do not come up with theoretical reasons why people need your product, because when you do that, you will know the exact words that your clients or your prospective clients use to describe their problem. Those exact words is what should translate into all of your copywriting. Now, speaking about copywriting, another way to ensure that your messaging is on point is outsource to a copywriter. There are copywriters that even work for specific niches. I've worked with copywriters who are copywriters for just the hair industry or copywriter for business coaches, right? You can find a copywriter that is conversant with your industry so that they know the exact words and the exact way to communicate what you're trying to communicate. And then the final thing is, remember to pay attention to benefits over features. Benefits is what's the transformation that people will get from those features, rather than say, with this program, you get an online community. Delve in and let people know the benefit of that. You will be surrounded by a group of like-minded people who would hold your hand along this journey, peer mentoring. You also get to network for collaborations to even further take your business to another level. You're sort of expanding what people get from all the features of your product, of your program. If you do not know how to do this, again, just get a copywriter. Reason 6, perhaps there's no trust between you and the people you've been trying to speak to. How can you elevate trust? Well, many of the reasons I've already cited previously. Your personal brand is something that really elevates your trust. Like, it takes it from 0 to 100 in seconds. However, there are some other specific things that you can do to elevate trust. First, use testimonials. Testimonials, reviews, what your past clients have had to say about you. Case studies are also a good way. Tell a short story about what your process was like working with a client to get results. Social proof. Social proof is more of tangible stuff, like you share screenshots, like you're pulling out receipts, literally. And then one other way you could increase trust is with risk reversal. Risk reversal is where you let people know that the risk is all on you. For example, if you tell people you're offering a money back guarantee, you reverse the risk. You tell them, oh, if after 7 days, if after 1 month, you're not feeling this, I will refund all your money. Or if after this period of time, you're not seeing results, I will do X, Y, and Z. Right? For some people, their risk reversal is saying that if after the period of this program, you've not seen results, I commit to working with you for an XYZ additional amount of period till you get results, right? Some people will even offer you a reward if you get the results. So figure out what that is for you and apply it. Reason number 7, perhaps your marketing is poor. You're not driving any traffic. There's nobody that's going to sell your program for you. You have to promote. Yes, I know that there's a thin line between selling, and it's just sleazy and pushy. But remember that as long as you've been serving, you've been giving valuable content, you must dedicate that same amount of energy to selling. So always talk about your offer, all right? Do not hold back. Run paid ads. If you can't run paid ads, outsource that. Reach out to people and have collaborations, strategic collaborations. Get in front of other people's audiences that may be a good fit for what you are offering, and let them know about your offer. Now, there are many other marketing strategies that I see a lot of coaches leave money on the table because they don't engage those strategies. A very common one is SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. And that's how you ensure that when people go on a search engine like Google to search for the solution to their problem, you pop up. All right. So you want to ensure that you're reaching out to an SEO specialist to figure out how you can start ranking for search results on the internet. You can do this by having a blog. If blogging may not work for you, maybe YouTubing might work for you, or podcasting might work for you. Just ensure that you have something out there that when people search on the internet, it comes up. Run Google ads, do some PR, get the press to publish some of your work and buzz about what you do. These are some other ways that you can market your program. Which brings me to reason number 8. Perhaps you've been doing everything you can to get more people to know about you, learn about your offer, right? You're driving traffic, but you're not seeing conversions. And this is probably because you do not have a funnel. Now, a funnel is what ensures that all the money that you spend on marketing, bringing people in, converts to clients. So if you do not have a funnel, that is all I ever talk about on this channel. I have a playlist on this channel as well where I break down the things you can do to build a funnel for yourself. Check them out. It would really help you. You need a funnel. Reach out to me if that's what you need to do. But having a funnel is not negotiable. A funnel helps you even follow up with leads, because there are various ways that your funnel could manifest. It could be with your emails, your email reminders, or your SMS reminders, or your retargeting ads. A funnel is bae. A funnel does all the dirty work for you, literally, to ensure that visitors convert to clients. Reason number 9. It could be that your pricing strategy sucks. Sorry, not sorry. Pricing is high key when it comes to selling your course. Could it be that people have been telling you, oh, sorry, I can't afford it? Is it that they truly can't afford it? Or there is a way for you to get that pricing across, to get them to see that it's the best thing for them and they need to do whatever they can to sign up for your program? This is where pricing strategy comes in. I mean, let me know if you'd like me to do a separate video, to break down pricing strategy. Selling premium services is not just by slapping a high ticket amount on your product. There is a method to the madness. There is how you determine whether your audience is ready for that amount. There is how you determine how to package your product to match up with the price that you've put on it, because the value has to match the price. Hello. So take a look at it. Could it be your pricing? You might want to do a survey to actually ask people who may have reached out to you in the past to ask, okay, why didn't you end up signing up? Are many of them saying pricing? Okay. If that's the reason, sometimes with pricing strategy, it could also be that you're targeting the wrong audience, right? Because I strongly believe that no matter the price you put to your program, there are people out there who have that same problem that you're trying to solve, and they will pay any amount literally to solve that problem. So let's delve deeper and look into your pricing strategy and fix it. Next, it could be that your program does not actually deliver on the results that you say it will. Here's the thing. What travels fast? If people take your program and it doesn't yield results for them, they will tell the next person. And before long, that would become your reputation in the industry. And we don't want that. On the flip side, if your program actually delivers massive results for people, people will shout your praises to the rooftop. It will spread like wildfire. And you will find that without even having to spend so much on marketing, your course is selling out like crazy. So this is something you want to take a look at. Do you actually do a survey of people who have taken your program to ask them what transformation they were able to get from signing up to your program? Next, it could be that your course format is not compatible with how your audience or your clientele likes to consume information. This one is quite tricky. It's tricky because this is feedback that you get after you put your product on the market, and then you tweak as you go. For example, say you have an online course as opposed to a coaching program. With an online course, it's self-paced, right? People would have to take the course on their own time. You're not showing up live or anything like that. One common issue that people have with online courses is that they find that people pay for the course, but they sit on it without doing anything about it. Of course, if people pay for your course and they don't take the course, they're not going to see results, and that's going to become a problem for you. So you have two options if that's your own scenario. You could either find a way to infuse live elements to your course, or you increase the level of follow-up with your course. A good way to do this is to drip your course. For example, when people sign up to your course, week 1, they get module 1, and then you send an email to prompt them to check it out. During the week, you also send another email telling them, hey, have you checked it out? And then you do the same thing for all of the modules. That's a good way to just ensure that you're following up on people and prompting them or reminding them to take the course. You could even put a reward at the end of the course, maybe a certificate or a free call. That would incentivize people to go through the course. Now, on the other hand, say yours is a coaching program. It's intense. It's spanning over 8 weeks, for example. We usually call those accelerators. And you have an audience of very busy people. They don't show up to the live calls, which means that they are missing out on everything that you've taught that week. You may have to find a middle ground where you maybe have a pre-recorded element to your course so that people can go through that. And then maybe the live element, you could upload the replay so that people can watch it. All right, these things may sound like, oh, that's a no-brainer. But trust me, this could be the reason why you've been struggling with your course. So figure out what that is. For you, it might even be having a community element to your course so that people can interact with one another. That community might be the deal breaker or the rate limiting step to get people to really enjoy your program and tell more people about it. Reason 12, could it be that you have too many confusing offers? You know, I once had a client who was always selling something every week, every month. And at that time, her business model was launch style, which meant that she was putting out a program every single quarter for new enrollments. However, what happened was, because she was putting out so many small offers, $99 today, $300 tomorrow. So when she was putting out a program that was $2,000 or a program that was $5,000, it became very confusing. Now, the solution to this is to have something called a value ladder. The value ladder ensures that all your products connect very seamlessly and then it makes sense to the casual observer. Here's an example. You could have a front-end offer or even multiple front-end offers depending on the level at which you're serving the market. It could be priced at say $17 or $99. That's your front-end offer. That's the first thing that people encounter when they decide that they want to pay you for something. And then on the back end of that, you upsell people to your mid-level offer, which could be like getting on a call with you. It could be a strategy call or whatever. And then after that, you now have a one-on-one with people and then you're upselling them to your private coaching or your group coaching programs. That's one approach. For some people, they put their group coaching out there, and then for people who apply for their group coaching who may not get in, they downsell these people to their lower ticket offers. Whatever applies to you, figure it out. You can't just scatter things and just put things out at various times. Even if you don't have a value ladder, it could just be getting the timing right to say, oh, because I'm launching by the end of this month, I'm just going to spend this month building anticipation and I'm not going to sell anything else for this period. Finally, another key reason why your product may not be selling could be that you are overwhelmed and it's starting to show. Building a coaching business is a lot of work. It's as tedious as building any other business. And many of us tend to underestimate the work that goes into it. In fact, many of us are one-man shows and we don't have a team. We're not outsourcing when we should. What happens then is that we start to drop the ball with all the other things that we should be doing. It's either we're not serving our clients, we're not showing up as powerfully as we should, or we're not dedicating as much time and energy to our marketing. These things start to affect the overall outlook of our business. And that could just be the reason why you're not getting the results that you want to see. So for you, the simple thing could just be get an assistant today, hire a funnels expert tomorrow, hire a video team or a content team, or outsource the things that are not as important so that you can focus on what moves the needle in your business. Phew, that was an exhaustive list. And I'm sure that if you had struggles selling your course, selling your program, you should have been able to identify a couple, right? So let me know in the comments which of these reasons resonates best with you. I'd like to hear from you. See you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.